But today's topic is so interesting because I know I have a lot of questions about this, and I know as Christians, you guys know I'm a Christian believer, and so it does kind of have connotations and things do come to your mind, and that's why I want to clarify it through this amazing live stream that I'm going to be giving to you now. So I'm just sharing this over. Just give me a few seconds. All right, so that is shared there. Okay, I think it's shared there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, most likely, I know you'll be watching me. Thank you for joining me. Oh my gosh, my hair is growing back so thick, and I kind of love it and I kind of don't love it. Hi, Narissa, how are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna have to message you in a bit. Just saying how my hair is growing back so thick, and I absolutely love it. Love my little curls, but it's really, really thick. So it's lovely and sunny here today. It's actually 21 degrees. Zaina and her dad are outside in the back, which is amazing. I love that they get to spend some time together and I just get to relax. And me relaxing is coming on here and joining you live for the next 30 to 45 minutes and just share with you just some information that I wanted to put out there for those of you who are wondering if you were a bit critical about hypnobirthing. I did an interview, I think, last week, and one of the questions were, hypnobirthing sounds really expensive. It sounds like something like, some regular people wouldn't be able to afford because it's like hypnotherapy and all of these things, right? And so this is why we're going to be clarifying it a bit more. Hi, Unique. Thanks for joining me, lovely. How is it going back home now? Like, what time is it home? Yeah, so if you're watching this live, let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, let me know. And I just shared it over to my page so we can get started. So yesterday basically yesterday I had the intuition to, and I think it was definitely God saying to me, just go and do 2 live streams. So I did yesterday, in which I spoke about fears and how fears do influence your birthing experience, right? I shared about my own story. And so if this is the first time you're watching me, hi, my name is Zanny and I'm a hypnobirthing coach and also a life coach. And I absolutely love just helping women. I'm so passionate right now about helping women in anything, but more than anything else, I am passionate about helping them to have a happy, positive birthing experience and to have a wonderful, happy, calm, relaxed motherhood journey, right? Because I know as a first-time mom, I mean, it could be so challenging, a lot of things that you're learning, a lot of things that you have to be picking up, a lot of things that are happening. And so I want to be able to help first-time mamas to just navigate this journey as smoothly as possible. And next week, I have this amazing topic where we're just going to be speaking about like how hypnobirthing is not even a luxury item right now. It's an essential, it's a necessity, right, to you and your baby and having this wonderful birthing experience, right? Like you might be saying, like, why? Well, having a wonderful birthing, positive birthing experience is a luxury because people just give birth all over the world every single day and not have this training. That is correct. But if you look at statistics and in the news, a lot of women, especially in the developing world, who does not have access to medication, all of these things, like they are having a really, really bad time giving birth, and sometimes it leads to death, unfortunately, right? So, what you're probably thinking, like, what does it have to do with me? Like, I'm living in a developed world, and there's like epidural and there's medication, right? But why would you choose to do something artificially when you can do it naturally? Why would you choose to be medicated and use something that is not natural or organic, right? When you can choose to use what God has created for you already, to use the processes that you already know and basically you already created with from the beginning of time. Why wouldn't you choose that when you can absolutely do it, right? And I'm going to share about that a lot more come next week. So let's get into today's topic, which is we're going to speak about hypnosis and hypnobirthing and the origin of this thing, right? So the thing is, hypnobirthing has been around from time began, to be honest, because it's a lot of strategies that we use every single day. It's basically everything inside of us. It's a natural form of pain relief. That's what hypnobirthing is in essence, right? So it's a pain management method in which you use deep therapeutic techniques such as breathing, relaxation, visualization, all natural, no medication, nothing that has been produced in a lab or whatever it may be. Everything is about using that mindset, using your mind, using your overcoming your fears, right? So one of the things that I love to say is that fear is fear about something is just basically just to understand something. So you have the fear because you don't know, you don't understand, right? You don't. Thanks for the thumbs up. Say hello if you've joined me. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Melanie. Right. So the thing is, you have the fear because you don't know. It's unknown to you, right? But once you start understanding, and I love this because I just had my coaching session yesterday with my client, and she said to me, oh my gosh, like this is just so amazing, just having this information, it makes me feel so much more calm, so much more relaxed. And I said that is exactly what this is about. It's being informed, right? Because when you have that information, you understand exactly what's happening and you know why certain things are happening, so you're not scared out of your mind, you're not worried, you're not stressed because you don't understand it. So when you understand certain things, you basically could get rid of the fear because you know what it is, right? So fear is just a thought. It's just a thought about that unknown, about what might happen, And so if you can overcome that fear, then you're obviously gonna be able to understand the processes and have a better experience. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's speak about hypnosis. So first of all, when we're speaking in general, right, our minds are made up of two sections. There's this conscious part of our brain, and then there's a subconscious. So let's think about a triangle, right? And then to the top, there's your conscious mind, and then to the bottom is a subconscious mind. So there's two parts to your triangle. Your conscious mind now, this basically has to do with your intellect, it has to do with your thinking, it has to do with your analytical part of your brain, right? So, you're in school and everything else, you're using your conscious part of your brain. So you actually have to make an effort to do these things. While your subconscious part of your brain, that includes your emotions, your instincts, your beliefs, and all of these things, right? These are actually below. Now, we don't think about these things because our subconscious is created by our experiences, our society, things that we were taught as children, right? So a lot of us will have certain beliefs about, for example, my belief around childbirth, like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so hard, it's going to be so painful. And that was because my sister, she had a horrible birthing experience. My mother had a cesarean section for three of us. And so I saw no other way. I was like, well, that's going to be my path as well. It's going to be super, super hard, and I will not be able to do it. So that was actually in my subconscious. Those fears were already there because of stories that I've been told and things that I've seen and everything else, right? And this is the thing with our subconscious brain. So now the power of hypnosis. Now let's talk about the word hypnosis. And the word hypno, I saw Skevi just came on. She's Cypriot, and actually I say that to say because Cypriot language, it stems from Greek, right? Or it's Greek. So hypno in Greek actually means to sleep, but hypnosis doesn't necessarily translate directly to sleep. It just means that being in a sleep-like state, like being in a dream-like state. And the problem is with hypnosis is that we obviously, as I said before, we are having these subconscious beliefs because of what we've heard and what we've been told before. And a lot of times in the media, hypnosis looks like people telling you something to do while you're sleeping, and you wake up and you become a crazy person and you start quacking like a duck and you start doing crazy things, right? But that is so not true, because there are different states of hypnosis and we're going to it, right? So basically with hypnobirthing, we're using self-hypnosis, and this is just a general form of hypnosis in which you're doing it every single day. It's like you're daydreaming, okay? And then my favorite example, I think I shared this yesterday, is like you're driving home from work. You're not necessarily thinking about how you're getting home. You're not thinking, oh, I'm going on this road or that street or Oxford Street or whatever it may be, but you just find yourself home while you were thinking about what's for dinner. It's because your subconscious mind is already on automation. It already knows where you're going, and so you don't necessarily have to think and analyze how you're getting home. It's because that is already being pre-programmed in your brain. And so this is exactly what we're doing with hypnobirthing, because you're basically using hypnosis to be able to give birth. And so this brings me to intent. Well, actually, before I get there, let me just read a definition that we have here for hypnosis. So it is basically an altered state of consciousness involving focused attention when you have an increased receptive to positive suggestion. So here we go again. And it shows outrightly that you can only really be hypnotized with a positive suggestion, or unless you're inclined to a negative suggestion. So for example, let's say you were brought up in a society where doing certain things were bad, and so you already have that negative perception. So if you have now a negative hypnosis or a negative suggestion, you would quicker go for that than if you were surrounded by positive experiences. So when you hear that negative suggestion, you're obviously going to question it and be like, wait, hold up, that's not correct. I'm not going for that, right? So with hypnosis, it's always about the positive suggestions, and those are the ones that are going to be instilled in you. That's why we use affirmations, right? Because it's basically affirming the positive suggestion. And we'll go deeper in a bit about how we use it in hypnobirthing. So that's basically hypnosis for you. And so I want to explain here that it is very similar to daydreaming. Every single one of us do it. I know I daydream quite a lot. I'm always thinking about, oh, what's going to be happening for the future when I go home to the Caribbean, my businesses, my family life. I'm always daydreaming about something that I want to happen, and I love it. It's also like fantasizing, okay? It is not the same as being asleep or unconscious. Even though hypno means to sleep, it is not the same. Hypnosis is not the same. So I could see that, for example, when I do my hypnosis script with my clients, they are not sleeping. They are so deep and relaxed, and they're hearing everything. And I often say to them, if I only put in a horrible suggestion, like say, get up and go for some water, they're obviously going to be like, what was she saying, right? You could totally hear because you're not unconscious. You're totally conscious, and you know exactly what I'm saying to you. All right? It's a natural state with no negative side effects. Love this, because in a world where everything is just GMs, like genetically modified, where things are being harnessed, like I don't understand some vegans, to be honest. Like, I understand if you're eating from the ground and all of these things, but I just don't understand the point of eating substitutes and stuff that were created in labs, right? Because to me, that is just not natural. And so, um, and you could fight with me, if you want, but that's just my opinion when it comes to veganism and all of this thing. It's just a bit strange unless you're eating stuff that you've been growing. I don't see the point of eating genetically modified food because that is not natural. It's not organic, okay? So it's a natural state with no negative side effects. Love, love, love. You are under your own control and not anyone else's. As I said before, you're not unconscious, right? You are conscious, you're hearing everything. And if you choose to just tune me out while I'm helping you to get into this relaxed hypnotic state, you can totally tune me out and daydream about something else and just forget about what I'm saying, right? You're under your own control. Nobody is switching off your mind. And it's, and this is just what is portrayed in movies and stuff like that, which is so not true. Your mind is only open to positive suggestions, and it will always protect you. As I said before, your subconscious mind knows exactly what it believes. So if you believe, for example, like you are really, well, you know within yourself that you are a good person, you are only going to be suggestible to positive, good things. Okay, you're obviously, if somebody's like trying to slip in a negative suggestion, like let's say as I said before, like get up and have some water while you're being hypnotized, or you're in a hypnotic state, you're obviously gonna stop and be like, what is she saying? I'm supposed to be relaxed here. I'm supposed to be thinking about my birthing experience. You can totally question it. You are in control. All right. So if you have any questions so far, let me know. If you are following along with me, if that makes sense to you, and everything else. So let's go into the different types of hypnosis, right? There's natural hypnosis, there's intended hypnosis, and everything else. So the natural hypnosis, it happens frequently while you're awake, just as I said before, like you're driving and you're daydreaming about your dinner. That's a natural state of hypnosis. You're usually not aware of the communication between your conscious and your subconscious mind, right? You're not even aware of what's happening in your subconscious mind because, as I said before, it's like an automation already. So you're not necessarily thinking about your way home. And in this case, for birthing, you're not necessarily thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be pushing my baby through and, thinking through all of these things. You are totally just going to be totally reprogrammed and running on automation. That's the whole point of hypnobirthing. So we want to get you into a state where it's already pre-programmed into your brain, right? That's birthing process, to just let go and just relax. I share so much before, like relaxed state, being in a relaxed state is so much easier said than done, especially when you're birthing a baby and your body is going through contractions and a human being is moving through your birthing canal. It's so much easier to say relax than it is to actually relax. And that's what we'll be doing in hypnobirthing. We're helping you to be able to reprogram your brain in that certain way so that you will just relax because you've been practicing it so much and it's already a suggestion in your mind, right? And we'll go into that a bit more. So everyone experiences natural hypnotic states many times a day. Every single one of us. Even if you don't know it, you're cooking and you're thinking about, what you want to do for the weekend. That is a natural hypnotic state, because you're not necessarily thinking, oh, I'm chopping these carrots, blah blah blah, I'm cutting it this way. You're thinking about something else while you chop your carrots, right? So that's a natural hypnotic state right there. You're not thinking about it. Hypnosis happens when we are relaxed and the conscious mind is less active, such as when you're daydreaming. And we'll go into the intended hypnosis, and that's what we use with hypnobirthing, right? Because we're then using hypnosis now to be able to penetrate between your conscious mind and go so that they can communicate to each other, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So that's why we put you in a relaxed state, because you then will be able to tune out the chitter chatter 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 of your brain and the analytical part of your brain that's thinking, oh my gosh, what is really happening here? You're shutting that down through relaxation, and then we're then reprogramming your brain and saying these things like, all of the wonderful positive affirmations, like you're going to have a wonderful birthing experience, and all the amazing things that you want for yourself. We are going to put that into your subconscious, and you can do it yourself, right? It's just basically, you could just basically write out some positive affirmations, probably record yourself saying it, and then just when you're about to go to bed, it's the same thing that I do with my clients, right? Obviously, I have my own scripts that are targeted specifically for your birthing experience and relaxation and all of that. But you can totally do it for yourself. Nobody has to do it for you. All right. That's the beauty about this as well. So that's why I have all my free YouTube videos, because obviously I have a coaching program for people who want more one-on-one support. But if you're, you don't want to have that one-on-one support, or you're a bit financially constrained, all of the videos are on YouTube and you can do it yourself. You have control over this, and that's the most amazing thing. There's also powerful communication between the two levels of the mind when we experience intense emotions. I mean, giving birth, what could be more intense? What could be a more intense emotional journey than giving birth, right? Than birthing your own baby that was created between you and your spouse. I mean, that's just like another level, right? So this is what we're going to be doing with hypnobirthing. So it's that powerful communication that's going to be able to give you the experience that you really desire. All right. So those of you who are here, if you're following along, if you have questions, just let me know. If you're watching the replay, just let me know, what's your question. I'll be so happy to help you. So let's go into the intended hypnosis. So this is what we use now in hypnobirthing, because we want it to be intentional. All right. So basically, as we said before, like your conscious part of your brain is responsible for the rational, you're overthinking stuff. This is where the fears are, because you're thinking the thoughts of the unknown. This is where your fears are really housed, in that conscious part of your brain, right? Because you're rationalizing everything, like, oh my gosh, how can another human come between my butt, between my vaginal canal that has to open up? And then you're thinking about, oh my gosh, this is going to be really horrible, right? And you're analyzing all the situations and all of that. That's your conscious part. But then your subconscious part of your mind now already have these beliefs that's going to be really horrible and all of these things. So we want to be able to communicate between both parts of your brain, and that's why we take you into a deeply relaxed state. And I mean, as a pregnant woman, nothing sounds better to me than just being relaxed, just tuning out everything, stop stressing, and allow yourself to connect with your baby, connect with the God, and just be able to just be in that moment, right? That is so amazing. So that's the problem I find, especially now in this modern time, and not even now with coronavirus, but just in modern times. Like, we overthink so much when it comes to a natural process as birth. And I say natural because it is totally natural. Remember, we were created by God to give birth, right? We are mammals, and mammals actually grow their young ones in their bodies and they birth them through. Every other mammal does it on their own. Look at cats and dogs, right? They give birth on their own without assistance, without another cat there helping them, right? What they do is just to get themselves in this perfect birthing environment where they just feel safe, they feel calm, they're private, they're not being observed, nobody's watching them, and they just get back into themselves and just push them, they instinctively give birth to their baby. So what makes us humans different from these mammals? You know what it is? our analytical part of our brain, that ability that we have to think and overthink and create fear, right? That is the difference between us and other mammals. And this is why we as humans have such a difficult time giving birth, because we allow those fears to clog our mind and then be able to create all of these things in our subconscious mind that is then affecting our birthing experience. These things are crucial, and it's really, really good for you to understand that if you're able to eliminate the fear, you're going to be able to have the best experience. And then this is what I love about hypnosis in general. Like with intended hypnosis, this is what they use specifically for a lot of fears in life. Like um they use this in hypnotherapy, like to help other people maybe to get over fear of flying, or fear of spiders, or fear of whatever fear they have, or even some people who have like addictive personalities. If you're addicted to alcohol, if you're addicted to cigarettes, right, you can use intended hypnosis for that, because you're able to communicate between the conscious part of your brain into your subconscious part of your brain, and be able to make that communication there. And that is what is so important. So it basically gives you access to the part of the brain or the mind that is responsible for all the change, and it works when your subconscious mind is open and is therefore receptive, and that is done through relaxation, right? And therefore is so much more effective than relying on just will, power, and determination. Look who is here. Zaina is here, right? So if you are reliant on your willpower and your sheer determination to have the best birthing experience, I'm sorry to say it doesn't work that way. All right, it's not going to be the same as if you're actually practicing these techniques through relaxation. That's going to be able to work in that subconscious part. Come and say hello to everybody. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Look at her. She's outside gallivanting with daddy. Say hello. Hello. Say hi. 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 This is mom life for you. So I'm not gonna be very much longer because Miss Lady is here. So how it all works. So how does intended hypnosis help you, the way that you think, help you to change your feelings and change your behavior? And I'm going to go into this because this is scientifically proven, and so I'm going to read it for you. It helps you through deep relaxation and breathing. That's one way in which self-hypnosis helps you, because you're going to be in such a relaxed state. You're going to be able to learn to relax and learn to breathe properly, and be able to breathe in the right way to bring in all that lovely oxygen, golden oxygen, into your body and into your baby, for you to have the wonderful experience that you so desire, or that you so deserve, okay, as a mom. It helps to condition your body to relax and to focus. That's what intended hypnosis does. It helps you to focus on specific things, and that's what we do through the hypnosis scripts in my program. It helps you to just focus on these particular things during that time, okay? And that is, of course, your birthing experience and your desires. It helps you to overcome your fears by creating a new narrative or a new video. So it's going back to the subconscious mind. You're then creating a whole new narrative of what you believe to be true, because you know what, you're reprogramming what you've heard. So for me, I had all of these fears because of my mom and my sister and these stories that I heard from other women who had horrible birthing experience. But by doing hypnobirthing, I was able to reframe all of that and be like, that's not going to be the same for me. I'm going to have a better experience. I'm going to have the most amazing experience, and I'm going to have another baby after that, because I'm not scared and I'm not traumatized, and it was absolutely amazing. Okay, so that is what it's all about. You're focusing and you're creating this new narrative that is serving you right now. Okay, it reprograms the mind by changing your beliefs and your patterns. That's exactly what I just said, right? You're going back into your subconscious mind and reframing your old beliefs. Simple as that. And then it basically, through the practice, that's Zaina. I don't know where she's going now. Bye, Zaina. Bye. So through the practice, it reinforces suggestions and creates new neural pathways. So that's just basically saying the same thing I just said before. So it's just going into the subconscious part of your brain. So this is where so guys, if you have understood everything that I just said, I just rattled on about. So I hope that explains to you what hypnosis is and what hypnobirthing is. So it's just basically tying together that whole intended hypnosis, what I just explain to you and put it into the birthing experience. All right, so you then using these techniques so that you can have a better birthing experience, hypnobirthing. All right, so I hope that that clarifies that for you. And as I said before, as Christian believers, especially, it could be a bit daunting because you're like, is this reprogramming something that, a new belief about my religion, about God, about what I believe to be true? It's none of that, because we are focusing on our bodies. We're focusing on actually what God has created our bodies to do, and it just brings us back to that, right? And this is why I say hypnobirthing has been along for centuries, because if you look at these ancient tribes and stuff, they've been doing this for, from time began, from Eve, because there was no midwife around to give birth, to help Eve give birth, right? She had to do it all by herself, just like every mammal, right? They gave birth all by themselves, and it's just because they're able, but at that time they weren't influenced by all of these things, right? Nobody was there telling them, oh my gosh, it's such a horrible thing, oh my goodness, you're going to be at 36 hours in labor, oh my gosh, you're going to have to use medication. Nobody was saying these things to them because that wasn't their norm, that wasn't true for them. So they already knew, you know what, so probably let's think like if for example there's a tribe in Tanzania who is like one of these off the grid tribes that probably don't have television or all of these outside influences, and they still give birth. And I show this video in my coaching program, right? Like they actually go into a huge baobab tree, and the moms, the pregnant woman, goes by herself and she gives birth all by herself, and she stays in there up to a month until the baby's umbilical cord drops off. How amazing is that? With no help, she just does that because she knows she's safe, she's secure, she's in a warm place, she's private, she's not being observed. All right, and she knows she can do it. She was created to do this amazing thing. And why shouldn't we have that feeling as well? Why shouldn't we reassure that we can do this as well, right? This is why I'm so passionate about these things, because society wants us to believe one thing, and yes, they're there for a reason. I'm not gonna clog medical science and stuff. My sister's a doctor. I absolutely love them. I love the fact that they're there, they can help us, and our medical field has been so advanced, like they can help people who are having complications during birth and all of these things. Lives are saved, babies are being born. That's amazing. But why would you choose to go that unnatural way and seek artificial help when you can do it all on your own? Why wouldn't you try, right? And all you need is just these simple practices and this simple understanding, and be able to overcome your fears. It's simple as that. I love the power of the mind. I love the power of our ability to just do amazing things, right? And it's the same thing like having every kind of success in your life. You want to build a business, or if you want to have your dream career at the top of the ladder, right? It's all about that mindset, what you believe to be true. Okay, so let's see how one of the techniques that we do use with hypnobirthing is the post hypnotic suggestion. All right. So with the post hypnotic is something that we call this is in natal hypnotherapy, which is the hypnobirthing program that I teach. It's very specific to us. It's called the post hypnotic suggestion. So basically, it is the beauty with hypnosis. It's not like medication or mindfulness, because you're using relaxation sessions, and that's what we do with the post hypnotic suggestion. So basically, we are saying to you that you will do X when Y happens. That's what the post hypnotic suggestion is in essence, right? So our X will be, you will be totally calm and relaxed when Y, and Y would be when your baby is about to be birthed, right? So you will be totally calm and relaxed when your baby is being birthed, because you completely understand everything that is happening, and you know all of the contractions and all the things that you're going through is bringing you closer and closer to your baby. Those are things that we reinforce, we reprogram into your mind for you to believe and to trust and to know that that is true. And that is the beauty about hypnobirthing. We are using those post-hypnotic suggestions to help you to reprogram your brain and reprogram your mindset and reprogram your beliefs, so that then you can go on and have the most amazing birthing experience. And with that, thank you. Isn't that amazing? It's just like mic drop. Amazingly easy, amazingly simple, and it's just so brilliant. You guys see why I'm so passionate about this. Like, we can help so many women just have the most amazing experience. They can look back and just be so happy and proud of themselves, so very empowered, knowing that they've done this by themselves. They have done this with the work of them, just reframing their beliefs and their thoughts and everything else. And my client yesterday, she's so amazing, and I'll share this as well. She shared it on Instagram. She was like, just after 3 sessions, she is not even after, probably after the first session, she just had a complete change in mindset. She's just felt so much calmer, less anxious. She understands everything that is happening, and the relaxation session, she says, is like a game changer. The relaxation is a game changer. And you know what? I want to actually put together some relaxation sessions just for like moms, not even for pregnant women, because these things are so critical. They're so crucial for us to just learn to relax and to let go, and just to trust that we are the best mamas, that we're making the best decisions. Like there's so many things that we can do to be able to make our roles as mom be so much more easier, so much more happier, so much more relaxed, as we become confident and trust that we are being the best that we could possibly be. All right, so that covers today when it comes to hypnosis and it comes to hypnobirthing. If you have any kind of questions, please just let me know, reach out to me. And I just want to remind you guys, I have my group program, my group Happy Hypnobirthing program, that is going to be open again for the next enrollment on the 23rd of May. We start. I have early bird pricing that is already open if you're interested. So basically, I'm covering all of these things with your relaxation sessions. We're doing so many amazing things for you to be able just to feel relaxed, to be more calm, to be more at ease, to trust yourself, and know that you are going to have the best birthing experience that you could absolutely desire. And not only just the birthing experience, but your new mom journey as well. Like all of these things are all tied together, and that's what we work on in the hypnobirthing group coaching program. So we start on the 23rd of May. If there's anybody who you know is pregnant right now, she's anxious, she's a bit nervous, she's like overwhelmed and everything else, please share this video with them. Please reach out to them, let them know that there is a better way and they can have the best experience, and that will obviously help with their mental health and be able to be the best mama that they could be for their precious little babies. All right, so that group program is on, which I still have the VIP spaces as well. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's fantastic bonuses as well into all of those. You're going to have the worksheets, you're going to have the scripts for you to listen to. It's just amazing. And the results, I just love the results that we get. Like one of my past clients just reminded me, like, she gave birth in 20 minutes. Like, it's unbelievable. 20 minutes. She gave birth and she was, she and her baby were absolutely amazingly fine. That is just mind blowing. These are the results that these women are having when they choose to practice these techniques, when they choose to trust that they can do these things. And when they when they trust and they prioritize their experience above all else, right? They're just winging it and just saying, well, we give birth all the time, women give birth all the time, and I'll be totally fine. It's not that easy, right? It's not that simple, because that is why a lot of people just rely on medical intervention. But there is a better way. There is a better way. Okay, so remember that group program starts on the 23rd of May. The VIP spots are open for whenever you want to start. Just contact me. Let's speak about it. Let's see if it's a great fit. Of course, I want to make sure that I'm a great fit for you, because we're going to be communicating, we're going to be sharing, and it's going to be just amazing. Okay, so I hope you guys will have a wonderful rest of the Friday. It's already 3:35 here, and have a wonderful weekend. That is it from me. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. If you have any comments, as I said, go ahead and share this. And I love, 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 love to see some of you in my group program, some of you mommies to be just changing your whole mindset and just being happier and more relaxed and more calm than anything, and anything possible. All right, so that's it for me. Have a wonderful weekend. Come and say hello. Come and say bye. Say bye bye. Out here terrorizing my cupboards. Say bye bye. Bye, everybody. Shake hands. Bye. Bye bye. Oh, mwah. Mwah. Okay, she's gone. Bye.